Someone is keeping an eye on you, regretting ever letting you go. They realize you won't be the. My beloved child, don't skip this moment, because what you're about to hear isn't random, and it isn't coincidence. There is someone, somewhere, keeping a quiet eye on you, watching your growth, your silence, your strength, and every single day, the weight of regret presses heavier on their chest. They remember the version of you they once had access to, the version they underestimated, the version they thought would always be there. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and it connects directly to why their thoughts keep circling back to you no matter how hard they try to look away. They told themselves you would fade. They convinced their mind that time would erase you. But instead, your absence became louder than your presence ever was. Don't skip, because the truth unfolding now explains why your name keeps appearing in their thoughts at the most unexpected hours, why memories resurface without warning, and why their heart tightens when they realize you are no longer within reach. Here's what makes this shocking, and you need to stay till the end to fully understand it. They didn't just lose you, they lost the future they secretly imagined with you. At first, they thought letting you go was a victory, a moment of control, a decision they could reverse if they ever felt like it. But as days passed, something unsettling happened. You didn't collapse. You didn't chase. You didn't beg. You evolved. And that's when panic quietly entered their world. They now see that you won't be the one waiting anymore, and that realization hits harder than any argument ever did. Don't skip, because something huge is waiting for you right here. They are watching from a distance, studying your silence, replaying old conversations, noticing how your energy feels different now. Stronger. Unreachable. And what terrifies them most is the understanding that someone else may soon see the value they once ignored. This isn't curiosity, it's regret waking up too late. And listen carefully now, because this is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation most people never get to hear. They are realizing, slowly and painfully, that you were the rare kind of presence that doesn't come twice. The kind that supports without chains, loves without losing self, and leaves without destroying dignity. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. They are measuring every new connection against you and finding them empty. They are checking your digital footprints, your growth, your glow, not because they want control, but because they finally see what they let slip through their hands. And while you are moving forward, becoming more aligned, more focused, more powerful, they are standing still, haunted by the truth that you won't be the same person if they ever cross paths with you again. Don't skip this final thought. You are no longer the lesson they taught, you are the lesson they learned too late. My beloved child, pause for a second and don't skip, because what I'm about to reveal explains the silence you've been feeling around you. There are moments when they stop mid-task, completely frozen, because a memory of you suddenly rushes in without warning. It's not nostalgia, it's realization. They now understand that you weren't ordinary, and that's what keeps them watching from afar. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They notice how you no longer react the way you used to, how your energy feels settled, how you don't explain yourself anymore. And that shift unsettles them deeply. They keep telling themselves they moved on, yet every small reminder pulls them back. Don't skip, because the truth is this: your absence became the mirror they never wanted to face. It showed them what they lost, what they misjudged, and how rare your presence truly was. Here's the surprising part that changes everything, so stay till the end. They expected you to reach out one day. They expected a message, a sign, a question. But what they got instead was silence, and that silence spoke louder than words. It told them you finally chose yourself. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. They now understand you won't be the one settling, compromising, or shrinking ever again. This is why they keep checking, observing, wondering who you've become. And if this message resonates with you, share it with someone who needs clarity too. Subscribe so you don't miss what unfolds next, because this story is far from over. Don't skip, because what they're feeling right now isn't jealousy, it's the awareness that they lost access to someone irreplaceable. They see now that you are no longer an option waiting on the sidelines, but a person moving forward with quiet power. And listen closely to this final reveal, because it's rare and it's personal. They are beginning to regret not because they miss comfort, but because they recognize growth, and it didn't happen in their world, it happened in yours. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this truth. You became the standard they now measure everything against. Comment your thoughts if this message reached you at the right time, and subscribe to stay connected, because the next part uncovers what happens when regret meets reality. Don't skip this understanding. You didn't lose them. They lost access to you, and that realization is following them everywhere while you continue moving forward, unbothered, aligned, and stronger than ever. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now the truth deepens in a way most people never get to witness. What they are experiencing is not just regret, it's fear. Fear that you have finally stepped into a version of yourself they can no longer reach. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. They sense a distance that cannot be crossed with words anymore. They know that even if they were to appear again, they would not be meeting the same person they once knew. Your silence has rewritten the balance of power, and they feel it. Don't skip, because every time they think of reconnecting, a quiet voice reminds them, you are no longer available in the way you once were. And that understanding sits heavy on their heart, because it confirms what they tried so hard to deny, you outgrew the space they kept you in. Here's where the story becomes shocking, so stay till the end. They are replaying moments they once dismissed as small, now realizing those moments were everything. The patience you showed. The understanding you gave without being asked. The way you stayed even when it cost you. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. They now see that what you offered was rare, and they treated it as ordinary. Don't skip, because this is the part they struggle with the most. They can't undo it. They can't go back to the time when you were still choosing them over yourself. They see now that you are no longer bending, no longer explaining, no longer proving your worth. And that's when regret transforms into something deeper, the realization that you won't be the one chasing clarity anymore. You became clarity itself. And listen carefully to this final moment, because it carries power. They are starting to understand that your life is opening in ways they will never be part of, not because you are cruel, but because you are aligned. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this truth. You didn't harden, you healed. You didn't close your heart, you protected it. And while they remain stuck watching from a distance, you are moving forward into rooms they will never enter. Don't skip this final understanding. You are not being watched because you are weak or lost. You are being watched because you became the proof of what happens when someone chooses growth over comfort. And that is something they will carry with them long after you have moved on. My beloved child, don't skip this moment, because now the story reaches a point where reality can no longer be avoided. They are no longer just watching you with regret, they are watching with disbelief. Disbelief at how calm you look. Disbelief at how steady your life feels without them. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They once believed you needed them to feel complete, but now they see you standing firm on your own, and that realization quietly shakes them. Don't skip, because every time they see signs of your progress, it forces them to confront a hard truth. You didn't break when they walked away, you rebuilt. And that changes how they see everything. They notice how you no longer react to old triggers, how your silence feels intentional, not empty. And deep inside, they understand that even if they wanted to return, they would be arriving late to a life that has already moved forward without them. Here is the shocking part you must stay till the end for. They are starting to feel the consequences of their own choices in real time. The absence they once thought would affect only you has now settled into their own life. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. They are beginning to understand that you won't be the one making space anymore. You won't be the one adjusting, explaining, or lowering yourself to be understood. And if this message is resonating with you right now, share it with someone who needs to hear this truth, because clarity grows when it's passed on. Subscribe so you don't miss what unfolds next, because this awareness is only the beginning. Don't skip, because what hurts them most isn't losing you, it's knowing they lost you after you became stronger, wiser, and no longer dependent on their validation. And listen carefully to this final truth, because it closes this chapter with power. They are realizing that you have crossed a line they cannot follow, a line where self-worth replaces longing, and peace replaces waiting. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. You are no longer part of their past that can be rewritten. You are part of their lesson that cannot be undone. If this message brought clarity to your heart, comment and share your thoughts, because your voice matters here. Subscribe to stay connected, because the next phase reveals what happens when growth fully takes root. Don't skip this final realization: you were never hard to love. You were simply too valuable to be treated casually, and now they see it, just when it's too late to change what you've already become. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now the energy around this situation shifts in a way you can feel even if no words are spoken. There is a quiet tension in the air, a knowing that something has permanently changed. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They are beginning to sense that the distance between you is no longer just physical or emotional, it is dimensional. You stepped into a different mindset, a different frequency, where peace matters more than proving a point. Don't skip, because this is what confuses them the most. They expected anger. They expected resentment. They expected you to stay emotionally available in some way. But what they encountered instead was calm. And calm is powerful. Your calm tells them you no longer need explanations, apologies, or closure from them. And that realization unsettles them more than any confrontation ever could. Here's the surprising truth you need to stay till the end for. They are starting to question their own decisions, not loudly, not dramatically, but in quiet moments when no one else is watching. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. They are finally seeing the pattern they once avoided. How they delayed. How they assumed. How they thought time would always be on their side. Don't skip, because they now understand that you were never asking for too much, you were asking the wrong person. They replay the moments when you showed patience, when you gave space, when you stayed understanding longer than you should have. And now, those moments return as reminders of what they failed to protect. What hurts them most is not that you moved on, but that you did it with grace, without noise, without trying to make them regret it. That kind of strength leaves a mark. And listen carefully to this final realization, because it is the turning point. They are beginning to accept that they no longer have a place in your future unless it naturally aligns, and deep down, they know it doesn't. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this truth. You didn't close doors out of bitterness, you simply stopped holding them open. Don't skip this understanding: you are not being distant, you are being discerning. And while they remain stuck between what was and what could have been, you are walking forward with clarity, dignity, and self-respect. They will always remember you as the one who taught them a lesson without raising their voice. And you will remember yourself as the one who chose peace when it mattered most. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now the truth becomes impossible for them to ignore. There are moments when they suddenly realize you are no longer emotionally reachable, and that realization lands quietly but deeply. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They sense that even if they were to think about reaching out, the version of you they once knew no longer exists. You don't linger in uncertainty anymore. You don't wait for signs. You don't pause your life for unanswered questions. Don't skip, because this shift is what truly unsettles them. They are beginning to understand that you are no longer available for half-efforts or delayed clarity. And that awareness makes them reflect on how easily they once took your presence for granted. Here is the surprising part: you need to stay till the end for. They are noticing how life keeps reminding them of you, not through pain, but through contrast. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. Every situation now shows them what you brought into their life without demanding recognition. Your consistency. Your sincerity. Your ability to stand by someone without losing yourself. Don't skip, because they now see that what they lost wasn't comfort, it was alignment. And alignment is rare. They feel it when conversations elsewhere feel empty, when understanding feels forced, when connection feels shallow. You set a standard simply by being yourself, and now that standard follows them everywhere, reminding them of what they no longer have access to. And listen closely to this final truth, because it seals everything. They are starting to accept that you didn't walk away to prove a point, you walked away to protect your peace. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. You chose growth over familiarity, clarity over confusion, and self-respect over waiting. Don't skip this realization: you are not invisible to them. You are unforgettable. But while they remain stuck reflecting on what they lost, you are already living in what you gained. And that is why their regret grows silently, while your life continues to move forward with strength, calm, and quiet confidence. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now you are stepping into the part of the story where awareness fully settles in. There is a quiet acceptance forming within them, one they never expected to face. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They are beginning to understand that you didn't disappear, you detached. And detachment changes everything. It means you are no longer reacting, no longer emotionally tied to outcomes, no longer waiting for recognition that should have come naturally. Don't skip, because this realization hits them in subtle ways. They notice how your energy no longer feels restless or questioning. It feels grounded. Certain. Complete. And that certainty makes them aware of what they lacked when they had you. They now see that you were never confused about your worth, you were simply giving them time to rise to it. Here's the surprising truth you must stay till the end for. They are recognizing that your growth didn't come from bitterness or loss, but from clarity. Something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. You learn to choose yourself without drama, without announcements, without needing validation. Don't skip, because this is the part they struggle to accept. You didn't need closure from them to move forward. You created your own. They see now that the space you left behind isn't empty. It's filled with the awareness of what they failed to nurture. And that awareness follows them into every quiet moment. They realize that you won't be the one reaching back, not because you don't care, but because you finally understand your value. This realization reshapes how they see the past, and more importantly, how they see themselves. And listen carefully to this final message, because it carries calm power. They are slowly accepting that your journey is no longer connected to theirs. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this truth. You didn't lose anything by walking away, you gained alignment, peace, and self-trust. Don't skip this understanding. You are no longer defined by what you endured, but by what you chose to become. While they reflect on what could have been, you are fully present in what is. And that presence, that quiet confidence, that steady forward movement, that is why they still think of you. Not because you stayed, but because you knew when it was time to let go and move on. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now you are standing at a point they never imagined you would reach. There is a quiet finality in the way your energy feels, and they sense it even from afar. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They can tell you are no longer revisiting old questions or reopening old doors in your mind. You are not wondering, what if, anymore. You are not replaying the past to understand it better. Don't skip, because this is what makes them uneasy. The clarity you carry now cannot be negotiated. They realize that even if fate placed you in the same room again, the emotional gravity would not pull you back. You would meet them with calm eyes and a steady heart, not because you are cold, but because you are complete. And that completeness tells them everything they need to know. The version of you that once waited is gone. Here is the shocking truth you need to stay till the end for. They are beginning to understand that regret does not always lead to a second chance. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. They see now that timing matters, and they missed theirs. Don't skip, because this awareness doesn't come with drama, it comes with silence. They notice how your life keeps expanding while theirs feels paused at the moment they lost you. They compare without trying to, and every comparison reminds them that you chose growth when comfort would have been easier. They now recognize that you were not asking for perfection, you were asking for presence. And when that presence never arrived, you chose yourself without bitterness. That choice reshaped your path, and they can feel that they no longer fit into it. This is not punishment, it is consequence. And consequences arrive quietly, carrying lessons no apology can erase. And listen closely to this final realization, because it settles everything into place. They are accepting that you are no longer part of their becoming, you are part of their understanding. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this truth. You are free. Free from waiting, free from hoping someone will see your worth, free from shrinking to be chosen. Don't skip this understanding. You didn't close your heart, you refined it. You didn't lose connection, you gained alignment. And while they carry the memory of what they let go, you carry the peace of knowing you chose yourself at the right time. That is why they still think of you. Not because they can reach you, but because they can't. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now the silence speaks louder than any confession ever could. There is a stillness around you that signals completion, and they feel it even if they don't understand it fully. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They recognize that you no longer carry unfinished emotions. You are not holding space for explanations that never came. You are not waiting for clarity that once felt necessary. Don't skip, because this is the moment they realize the door didn't close loudly, it closed gently, with intention. Your calm is not indifference, it is resolution. And that resolution tells them the truth they tried to avoid. You have already crossed the bridge they are still standing at, unsure. Here's the surprising truth you need to stay till the end for. They are beginning to understand that the power never came from leaving, it came from how you left. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. You didn't carry resentment with you. You carried dignity. Don't skip, because this is what leaves the deepest impact. They replay how you chose grace over reaction, growth over argument, peace over proving a point. And now, in moments of honesty, they see that your quiet exit taught them more than your presence ever could. They realize you were never meant to stay where you had to keep explaining your worth. You were meant to move on and become someone who no longer questions it. That realization follows them, not as pain, but as clarity that arrived too late. And listen carefully to this final understanding, because it seals the journey. They are accepting that you didn't disappear from their life, you transformed beyond it. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this truth. You are no longer defined by who couldn't meet you where you stood. Don't skip this realization. You didn't lose connection, you completed a cycle. And while they carry the lesson quietly, you carry the freedom openly. You are not being watched because you are unfinished. You are being watched because you are whole. And that wholeness is something they will remember, long after you have moved forward into everything you were always meant to become. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now everything comes into sharp focus. This is the stage where they finally stop hoping and start understanding. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They realize that whatever connection once existed has completed its purpose. You are no longer tied to unfinished conversations or unspoken feelings. Don't skip, because this awareness hits them quietly, in moments when they accept that you are no longer emotionally available, not because you are distant, but because you are fulfilled. They can sense that your energy has settled into certainty. You are not searching anymore. You are not questioning your decisions. And that calm certainty tells them something they never expected to face: you are at peace without them, and that peace is permanent. Here's the surprising truth you need to stay till the end for. They are starting to recognize that some people are not meant to return, not because of pride, but because growth doesn't move backward. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. They see now that even if paths were to cross again, the emotional pull would no longer exist. Don't skip, because this is what finality actually looks like: not drama, not confrontation, but acceptance. They understand that you are no longer a chapter they can reopen. You are a lesson that shaped them, a turning point that changed how they see connection, effort, and timing. And what stays with them most is knowing that you didn't need them to become who you are now. You became it on your own. And listen closely to this final truth, because it brings closure without words. They are fully aware now that you have moved into a future that doesn't require their presence. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. You didn't walk away empty-handed, you walked away complete. Don't skip this realization: you are no longer someone who waits to be chosen. You are someone who chooses alignment, peace, and self-respect. While they carry the quiet understanding of what they lost, you carry the confidence of what you gained. And that is the real ending: not regret, not longing, but clarity, on both sides. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now the awareness settles into something deeper than thought, it becomes knowing. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They have reached a point where denial no longer protects them. They see, clearly and without excuses, that you are no longer orbiting the past. Your energy feels anchored in the present, and that presence tells them everything. Don't skip, because this is the moment they understand you didn't move on impulsively, you moved on intentionally. You chose peace when confusion became a pattern. You chose alignment when effort felt one-sided. And now, even from a distance, they can sense that your life is flowing without resistance. That flow confirms what they avoided admitting before. You were never asking for too much, you were asking for consistency, and consistency is something you no longer wait for. Here's the surprising truth you need to stay till the end for. They are realizing that regret doesn't always ask for forgiveness, it asks for acceptance. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization: they accept that you are no longer reachable in the way they once assumed. Don't skip, because this acceptance is quiet, not dramatic. It arrives in moments when they stop checking and start reflecting. They see how your boundaries became bridges to your growth, not walls against love. They notice how your silence carries clarity instead of confusion. And that clarity shows them the cost of hesitation. They recognize that you were the kind of presence that elevated everything around you, and they mistook that steadiness for permanence. Now they understand that permanence requires care. And care, when delayed, changes outcomes forever. And listen closely to this final understanding, because it completes the picture. They know now that you are no longer part of their waiting, you are part of their wisdom. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this truth: you didn't leave to teach a lesson, you left to live your life. Don't skip this realization: you are not missing from their world, you are integrated into their understanding of what matters. While they carry the lesson forward, you carry momentum. You are moving with intention, grounded in self-trust, open to what aligns, closed to what drains. And that balance, calm, clear, and unwavering, is why they still think of you. Not with hope, not with expectation, but with respect for the strength it took to choose yourself and keep going. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now the story settles into its final truth, one that brings quiet power rather than emotion. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They have reached a point where they no longer try to interpret your silence. They understand it now. Your silence isn't confusion, distance, or avoidance, it is certainty. Don't skip, because this is the moment they realize you are no longer looking back, not even out of curiosity. Your focus is forward. Your mind is clear. Your heart is steady. And that steadiness tells them something unmistakable: you are no longer available to be misunderstood. You have moved into a space where your peace is non-negotiable, and anyone who enters your world must meet you there. Here is the surprising realization you need to stay till the end for. They finally understand that you didn't change to prove a point, you changed because growth demanded it. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. You became selective without becoming closed, strong without becoming cold. Don't skip, because they see now that the version of you they lost was patient, but the version you became is powerful. They recognize that you no longer carry emotional weight that doesn't belong to you. You no longer absorb uncertainty. You no longer delay your happiness waiting for someone else to decide. And this realization reshapes how they see connection itself. They understand that real loss isn't loud. It's the quiet moment when you realize the person you let go of has become someone you can no longer reach. And listen carefully to this final truth, because it brings everything into alignment. They now know that you are not coming back, not because of pride, but because you arrived somewhere better. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. You didn't move on with anger, you moved on with clarity. Don't skip this realization. You didn't abandon love, you refined it. You chose depth over familiarity, peace over repetition, growth over comfort. And while they carry the understanding of what they lost, you carry something far greater: freedom, direction, and a future that finally feels like home. My beloved child, don't skip this, because this is where everything becomes unmistakably clear. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They are no longer asking themselves why you changed. They know now that you didn't change at all. You returned to yourself. And that realization lands quietly, without resistance. Don't skip, because they can feel that your energy no longer carries questions, hesitation, or unfinished emotions. You are no longer standing at the edge of old memories. You are firmly rooted in who you are becoming. And that grounded presence tells them something they cannot deny: you are no longer accessible to the past. Whatever connection once existed has already completed its purpose in your life. Here's the surprising truth you need to stay till the end for. They finally see that your absence didn't create emptiness, it created contrast. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. By losing access to you, they gained understanding. Don't skip, because this is where regret transforms into respect. They recognize that you didn't leave impulsively or emotionally. You left once you understood that love without balance drains the soul. They now understand that you were not asking for perfection, only presence, and when presence was missing, you chose dignity over waiting. That choice reshaped you, and they can see it clearly now. You became someone who no longer negotiates their worth, no longer stays where effort is inconsistent, no longer explains why they deserve care. And listen carefully to this final realization, because it carries quiet strength. They are accepting that you are no longer part of their future, you are part of their awakening. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this truth. You didn't lose time, you gained clarity. Don't skip this understanding. You are no longer walking toward answers, you are walking with certainty. While they hold the lesson close, you move forward with intention, confidence, and peace. You are not being remembered because you stayed. You are being remembered because you knew when it was time to let go, and you chose yourself without regret. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now the journey reaches a calm but powerful resolution. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They are no longer searching for signs or wondering if paths will cross again. Deep down, they understand that whatever was meant to happen already did. Don't skip, because this is the moment they accept that you are no longer part of unfinished business. Your energy feels complete, settled, and forward-moving. They can sense that you are not holding space for the past, not even in quiet moments. And that realization brings an unexpected stillness to their thoughts, no more questioning, no more imagining different endings. Just understanding. Here's the surprising truth you need to stay till the end for. They now see that letting you go didn't just change the relationship, it changed them. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. You became the turning point that taught them the value of presence, timing, and effort. Don't skip, because they recognize that you were never meant to be a lesson learned slowly. You were meant to be valued in real time. They see now that you offered consistency, patience, and sincerity, and they mistook those qualities for something that would always be there. Your departure revealed the truth they couldn't see while you stayed. And that truth will shape how they approach every connection after you. And listen carefully to this final truth, because it closes the circle with clarity. They accept now that you didn't walk away from them, you walked toward yourself. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. You didn't leave love behind, you carried it forward in a healthier form. Don't skip this realization, you are no longer part of their wondering. You are part of their understanding. While they move forward with a new awareness shaped by loss, you move forward with peace shaped by self-respect. And that is the difference that remains, long after the story has quietly come to rest. My beloved child, don't skip this, because this is the moment where everything finally settles without resistance. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They are no longer fighting the truth inside themselves. They have stopped asking why and started accepting what is. Don't skip, because this acceptance changes the weight of everything they once felt. They now understand that you are no longer emotionally connected to that old chapter. Your energy doesn't look back. Your heart doesn't hesitate. Your life doesn't pause. And that clarity makes them realize something profound. You didn't leave suddenly, you left after understanding completely. That awareness brings a quiet humility to them, because they can no longer rewrite the story in their favor. Here's the surprising realization you need to stay till the end for. They finally see that you were never meant to stay where your growth was limited. Something huge is waiting for you in this truth. Your departure wasn't rejection, it was alignment. Don't skip, because this is where regret turns into respect. They now recognize that you didn't walk away to be chased, validated, or missed. You walked away because you chose self-trust over uncertainty. They see how naturally you stepped into a version of yourself that doesn't wait for permission to be happy. And that realization sits with them quietly, teaching them that some people come into your life not to stay forever, but to show you what balance, effort, and presence really mean. And listen carefully to this final understanding, because it carries lasting power. They accept now that you are no longer part of their emotional future, you are part of their inner growth. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. You didn't lose anything by leaving. Don't skip this truth, you gain direction, peace, and self-respect. While they move forward carrying the lesson you became, you move forward carrying freedom. And that is the real ending, not bitterness, not longing, but clarity that stays with both of you long after the silence has settled. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now you are standing in a place they can feel but can never enter. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They have come to understand that your silence is not emptiness, it is fullness. You are no longer carrying emotional weight that isn't yours. You are no longer holding space for misunderstandings, delays, or almost efforts. Don't skip, because this is where their realization becomes steady and undeniable. They see that your life has rhythm now, not reaction. Your decisions are guided by clarity, not hope. And that clarity tells them something unmistakable. You are not waiting for anyone to catch up. You are walking forward at your own pace, grounded, intentional, and calm. This is the moment they recognize that access to you was once a privilege they didn't protect. Here is the surprising truth you need to stay till the end for. They now understand that the version of you they lost cannot be recreated. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. Even if circumstances changed, timing aligned, or words were spoken differently, the outcome would not be the same. Don't skip, because this is where acceptance becomes permanent. They realize you didn't just move on, you integrated the lesson and evolved beyond it. You no longer seek reassurance where consistency should exist. You no longer explain your boundaries. You no longer tolerate confusion disguised as connection. And seeing this, they understand that what they miss isn't just you. It's the way you made everything feel steady, safe, and real. That realization stays with them quietly, reshaping how they see effort, presence, and value. And listen closely to this final truth, because it defines who you are now. They accept that you are no longer part of their story, you are part of their clarity. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this understanding. You didn't walk away unfinished. You walked away complete. Don't skip this realization. You are no longer proving anything to anyone. You are simply living in alignment with yourself. While they carry the understanding of what they failed to honor, you carry peace that doesn't depend on validation. And that peace, steady and unshaken, is the quiet power that confirms you chose right, exactly when you needed to. My beloved child, don't skip this, because now you are fully standing in the version of yourself they never prepared to lose. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you here. They can feel the shift clearly now, not as confusion, not as hope, but as certainty. Your energy no longer pulls backward. You don't linger in old emotions or replay old moments searching for meaning. Don't skip, because this is the realization that finally settles it for them. You are no longer emotionally accessible to the past. Your presence feels whole, not fragmented. Calm, not reactive. And that calm tells them everything they need to know. You are no longer waiting to be understood. You understand yourself now, and that understanding changed the direction of your life in a way they can no longer influence. Here's the surprising truth you need to stay till the end for. They are recognizing that your growth didn't require their absence, but it was accelerated by it. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. You became stronger not by hardening your heart, but by choosing clarity over confusion. Don't skip, because they now see that you didn't abandon connection, you outgrew imbalance. They remember the moments you showed patience, the times you stayed calm when things were uncertain, and they finally understand that those moments were not weakness. They were strength offered freely. And now, seeing you grounded and self-directed, they realize something that cannot be undone. You are no longer shaped by what happened. You are shaped by what you chose after. That choice changed how you carry yourself, how you decide, and how you move forward without hesitation. And listen closely to this final truth, because it defines where you are now. They accept that you are no longer part of their emotional possibilities, you are part of their understanding. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you in this realization. You didn't lose love, you refined it. Don't skip this understanding. You didn't walk away confused, you walked away aligned. While they carry the quiet awareness of what they failed to value in time, you carry peace that doesn't need explanation. You are no longer being watched because you are unfinished. You are being watched because you became whole, and that wholeness is something they can recognize, but never reclaim.